Coming to the next topic is the Golgi complex. In the last class, we discussed about endoplasmic reticulum and functions of endoplasmic reticulum and types of endoplasmic reticulum also. Coming to this class, we are discussing about the Golgi complex, right? Golgi complex first identified by the Camillo Golgi. Name of the scientist is Camillo Golgi. Okay, Camillo Golgi first identifies the Golgi complex. So we have discussed in the last class, this is the Golgi complex structure. Above the Golgi complex structure, there is an endoplasmic reticulum is there. The endoplasmic reticulum synthesizes the proteins. The proteins are fused with the Golgi complex. The endoplasmic reticulum synthesizes the proteins are fused with the Golgi complex. So here this is the one of the position. This position is called as cis position. The upper side position is called as cis position. The shape is here convex shape. The shape is here convex shape. And lower side, this position is called as trans phase. This position is called as trans phase. So there is a cis phase is there, trans phase is there. The cis phase, the shape is convex shape, and the trans phase, the shape is concave shape. So all of you, this is the one of the Golgi complex structure. This is one of the Golgi complex structure. So here the upper position, this is the convex position. This is the convex position. So this is the starting point, and this is one of the immature phase, right? See, this position is called as cis position. The cis position shape is convex shape. The shape is the convex shape. And this is the lower side. This is the lower side. So this is one of the mature phase, and this position is called as trans position. This position is called as trans position. So this is look like cave. Cave shape. So this position is called as concave shape. This position is called as concave shape. This position is called as concave shape. So this is one of the convex position, and this is one of the concave position. Means the shapes. One is that convex shape, other one is the concave shape. So that is about that the differences between cis and trans phases. So this is the cis position. This is also called formation phase. This one is also called formation phase. And this is the trans phase. The trans phase is called as maturation phase. So this is the mature phase. This is one of the mature phase. So this is the formation. This is the starting point, and this is the ending point. Ending point here, maturation phase. The starting point here, formation phase, right? So below this one, there is in vesicles like structures are formed. These are called lysosomes or vacuoles, right? Which are supporting for the transportation of proteins. So especially the Golgi complex involving post-translational modifications, that is nothing but the inactive proteins are converted into the active proteins, right? So that is the one of the example. So here the Golgi complex especially absent in sieve elements. Whatever the plants are there, within that plants there is a xylem is there, phloem is there, within that phloem there is a sieve elements are there. That sieve elements not having the Golgi complex. RBC also not having the Golgi complex, and sperm cells also not having the Golgi complex. So especially in these three types of the cells, the Golgi complex is absent, right? And coming to the next one, other names of the Golgi complex. Golgi complex have different names based on their shapes. So here in different cells it exhibit different types of the shapes and functional. Some of the So here what I am telling, other names are there. Golgi body. The very first one is the Golgi body, right? And there is in lipochondria. Another one is the idiosomes. And dictyosomes. Remember all of you, whatever that plant cells are there, the plant cells contains the Golgi bodies. The plant cells contains Golgi bodies are called as dictyosomes. The plant cells contains the Golgi complexes or Golgi bodies are called as dictyosomes, right? This is the very important bit in the NEET point of view. All these are important, but in all these, the dictyosomes are very important. Dictyosomes are means the plant cells contains Golgi complex are called as dictyosomes. Dalton complex, right? So one of the complex like structures are there. These are also called Dalton complex. Finally, we are calling these are Golgi complexes. Finally, we are calling as Golgi complexes. So that is about that other names of the Golgi complex: Golgi body, lipochondria, idiosomes, dictyosomes, okay, Dalton complex and Golgi complex, right? That is about the other names of the Golgi complex, right? Coming to the parts of the Golgi complex, within these parts, there are three parts are there. We already discussed the same parts which are also seen in the endoplasmic reticulum. There is in cisternae are there, tubules are there, vesicles are there. But the measurements are different, but here the measurements are not given. And all of you remember here cisternae are indicates there is in flat layers like structures are there which are called as cisternae. And tubules are there. There is a tubule, branch structures are there. Okay, branch structures are there. Tube-like structures are there, which are called as tubules, right? See, especially cisternae are unbranched, but tubules are branched. And coming to the next one is that vesicles are there. Here vesicles again two types are there. Rough vesicles are there, smooth vesicles are there. So here rough vesicles are indicates here whatever that vesicles the surface area is there, the surface area is rough. So these are called as rough vesicles. And whatever that surface area the vesicles contains, the surface area is smooth. So which are called as smooth vesicles. So these are the parts of the Golgi complex. So what I am telling here, within that Golgi complex, three parts are there, right? Cisternae, these are flat layers like structures. Mostly these are unbranched, and tubules like structures, which are tube-like structures, and which are forms the branches. Vesicles, again here two types are there, rough vesicles and smooth vesicles. Rough vesicles indicates here the surface area is rough. Smooth vesicles indicates here the surface area is smooth. The smooth surface area is the smooth, right? So that is about the parts of the Golgi complex, right? Coming to the next one is functions of Golgi complex. Within that functions, there are several types of functions are performed by the Golgi complex. Remember, the major one is the post-translational modifications. Post-translational modifications. Post-translational modifications means we know translation process. Translation is nothing but synthesis of proteins. Synthesis of proteins. So one of the protein is synthesized. One of the protein is synthesized. Synthesis of proteins from RNA, the step is called as translation. The step is called as translation. After the protein synthesis, so this is one of the protein is synthesized. See, this is the protein is inactive protein. The protein is the inactive protein. This is the one of the inactive protein. The inactive protein modified into active protein. The inactive protein is modified into active protein. Sir, how the inactive protein is converted into active protein? By the addition of different groups. By the addition of different groups. Maybe some amino acids are deleted. Maybe carbohydrate moieties are added. Maybe lipid moieties are added. So the inactive protein finally converted into the active proteins. Right? So this step is called as post-translation. Post-translation. Post-translation, right? So the post-translation done by Golgi complex. One of the best example, everybody we are having that there is a blood circulation. Within that blood circulation, the glucose molecules are transported. Regulation of sugar level within the blood. Regulation of sugar level within the blood done by one of the hormone. Name of the hormone is the insulin. Name of the hormone is the insulin. So initially, whatever that insulin hormone is there, the insulin hormone initially synthesized. The insulin hormone is inactive hormone. Inactive hormone. Once that inactive hormone, the inactive insulin hormone enter into the Golgi complex. Enter into the Golgi complex. The inactive insulin hormone converted into the active hormone. Inactive insulin hormone converted into the active hormone. So whatever that proteins, whatever that lipids, whatever that insulin. Insulin is in protein, polypeptide chain. Insulin is in polypeptide chain. So the inactive insulin hormone converted into the active hormone. The inactive insulin hormone converted into the active hormone by the Golgi complex. So especially Golgi complex involved in post-translational modifications. We already discussed post indicates after translation. After translation, whatever the modifications are takes place, these are called as post translational modifications. Coming to the next one is synthesis of glycoproteins and glycolipids. Synthesis of glycoproteins and glycolipids. Here glycoproteins indicates here. Yeah, we know about the protein. Proteins are repeated units of amino acids. Proteins are repeated units of amino acids. For suppose this is the one of the protein. This is one of the protein. Okay, the protein tagged with carbohydrate moieties. The protein tagged with the carbohydrate moieties. So here carbohydrate moieties are indicated by glyco. Carbohydrate moieties are indicated by glyco, and protein part is there. So whatever the proteins which are having carbohydrate moieties, these are called as glycoproteins. These are called as glycoproteins. Glycoproteins are nothing but proteins are having carbohydrate moieties. So the carbohydrate moieties addition, or carbohydrates are added at Golgi complex. The carbohydrates are added at the Golgi complex. Generally we know protein synthesis done RER, rough endoplasmic reticulum. The carbohydrate moieties are added within Golgi complex. So that is about the glycoproteins. And next one is glycolipid. Next one is the glycolipid. Here glyco indicates carbohydrates, and lipids are fatty acid substances or fats. So some of the fats which are tagged with the carbohydrate moieties. So these are called as glycolipids. So there is a glycolipids and glycoprotein synthesis done by Golgi complex. Glycolipids and glycoprotein synthesis done by the Golgi complex. So these are also included in the post-translational modification. By the post-translational modifications, Golgi complex involving synthesis of glycoproteins and glycolipids. And coming to the next one is in plant cells, primary cell wall is there, secondary cell wall is there, tertiary cell wall is there. Okay, generally tertiary cell wall not seen in all the plant cells. See, middle lamella present in all the plant cells. So what I am telling here, whatever that primary cell wall components are there, if we recall that topic, primary cell wall majorly having cellulose, hemicellulose, pectin, suberin. Secondary cell wall majorly having hemicellulose, cellulose is there, suberin is there, pectin is there, right? So here synthesis of cellulose substances, synthesis of hemicellulose substances, right? So all these substances, the components which are required for the formation of primary cell wall and secondary cell wall and middle lamella. In middle lamella, calcium pectate and the magnesium pectate. All these components secreted or synthesized. All these components are synthesized and packed within the Golgi complex. So the substance synthesis, the substance packing, majorly done by the Golgi complex, right? So the Golgi complex supporting for the secretion of primary cell wall composition or components, secondary cell wall components and middle lamella components. That is about the role of Golgi complex for the formation of primary, secondary and middle lamella components or middle lamella formation. And coming to the next one is the during cell division process, cell plate formation. What is cell plate? See, this is the one of the cell. During cell division process, at the center of the cell, all chromosomes are arranged. During metaphase. All chromosomes are arranged at the center of the cell. So this is the one of the center of the cell point. This is the metaphase, right? All chromosomes are arranged at the middle of the cell or center of the cell. So wherever that chromosomes are aligned, that line is called as cell plate. A group of proteins are there, that proteins are supporting for the attraction of the chromosomes. Then all chromosomes are arranged at the center of the cell. Then after that, see, separation of chromosomes. So all chromosomes are separated by the spindle operators. So these chromosomes are segregated and these chromosomes are moving okay, towards this pole side, and these chromosomes are moving towards this pole side. Once the chromosomes are separated at the center, this is the center of the cell. Once the chromosomes are separated, for suppose these are the chromosomes, these are the separated chromosomes. These are also separated chromosomes, right? So the separated chromosomes are there. After the separation of chromosomes, here cytoplasm division is also takes place. Cytoplasm division is also takes place. So wherever that chromosomes are arranged, exactly that line supporting for the cytokinesis. Exactly that line supporting for the cytokinesis. What is cytokinesis? After the genetic material separation, after the chromosome separation, the cytoplasm division also takes place. So during the cell division process, one of that cell plate that is formed by the Golgi complex structure, a group of proteins are involved which are supporting for the, there is at the center of the cell all chromosomes are arranged, and that line also supporting for the separation of cytoplasm. So in the Golgi complex also involving cell plate formation. Right? So that is about the role of Golgi complex during cell division. Last one is the acrosome. Acrosome formation is nothing but whatever the sperm cells are there, the sperm cells contain tip part is there. The sperm cells are there. So this is the one of the sperm cell, right? The sperm cell. Right. This is on the sperm cell. This part is called as head part, and this part is called as tail part. This part is called as head part, and this part is called as tail part. So there is a tip part is there. This part is called as tip part. The tip of the acrosome. Okay, this is on the sperm cell. This is the acrosome structure. This is the tip part. See, the tip part especially synthesized by the Golgi complex. If I ask one question here, this is the one of the egg cell, not egg cell exactly. This is the ova. Okay, and this is on the sperm cell. How the fusion takes place between these two? How the sperm cells are fused with the ova? Especially the tip part. Contains. Okay, there is a specialized enzyme is there. The enzyme is hyaluronidase. Especially the tip part contains hyaluronidase enzyme. Because of that enzyme, whatever that membrane structure is there, ova contains the membrane structure is there, the membrane structure is degraded. Once the membrane structure is degraded, the nucleus of sperm cell enter into the, fused with the nucleus of the ova. So once that membranes are degraded, the nucleus fusion takes place. This is the nucleus, and this is the nucleus. So the membranes are there. The membranes are degraded. Here especially that hyaluronidase enzyme. Once that degradation takes place, between these two fusion takes place. Once the fusion takes place, this one forms the egg cell. That is nothing but embryo. So what I am telling here, by the fusion of sperm and egg cells forms the embryo. Not directly embryo. There is a zygote is produced. Zygote is developed into embryo. So the sperm cell head part. There is an acrosome structure is there. The tip part contains hyaluronidase enzyme. That enzyme. Whatever that ova membrane is there. Membrane is degraded. Haploid set of chromosomes are fused. That is nothing but both the nucleus are fused. Once the nucleus fusion takes place, there is a zygote formation takes place. Once the zygote formation takes place, the zygote is developed into the embryo. So that is about that acrosome tip role during the fertilization process. The tip is very important. It contains that specific enzyme, hyaluronidase enzyme, that one involving the fertilization process. Right? That is about the Golgi complex and functions of the Golgi complex. Right?